Chapter 45. Strategies for Wealth Preservation. A mind once expanded by a new idea never returns to its original dimensions. Several men were in a golf club locker room. A mobile phone rings. "Yes, I can talk," says the man answering the call. "You're shopping, are you? That's nice." The listening men smiled to each other. "You want to order those new carpets? Okay. And they'll include the curtains for an extra 5,000? Sure, why not?" More smiles among the listeners. "You want to book that week on Necker Island? They're holding the price at 22,000. Sounds a bargain. You want a fortnight? If that's what you want, honey, okay by me." Smiles turned to expressions of mild envy. "And you want to give the builder the go-ahead for the new conservatory? 75,000 if we say yes today? Sounds fair. Sure, that's fine." The listeners exchanged glances of amazement. "Okay, sugar, see you later." "Yes, love you too," says the man, ending the call. He looks at the other man and says, "Whose phone is this, anyway?" No wonder it is not his phone. Anyone that spends money like that for real can never stay wealthy or preserve their wealth. Creating wealth is one thing, preserving it is another. I know a lot of individuals and families who used to be very rich, but today they have lost their wealth and become history because they could not preserve their wealth. 1. Realize that true wealth is not cash-based, but asset-based. Money is not wealth, but wealth includes money. Riches are mostly attributed to cash, while wealth is mostly attributed to assets. You can therefore be rich, loaded with cash, and not wealthy, loaded with assets. We have earlier looked at the ingredients of true wealth in the financial intelligence module, and you should know that by now. To preserve wealth, you must make sure you move beyond riches to wealth and use assets to preserve your wealth. Rich people become poor when they lose their money, but wealthy people may lose their money but will still regain it through their assets. Real estate, businesses, intellectual property, etc. are all assets you can use to preserve your wealth. 2. Establish multiple streams of income. It comes up here again because it is important. When you have multiple streams of income covering different sectors and kinds of streams, like we have earlier seen, it helps secure your future and preserve wealth, because everything cannot always go wrong at the same time. 3. Choose and train your successor. Success without a successor is successful failure. What is the essence of laboring to create wealth just to lose it all once you die, or hand it over to successors who will squander it? If you have great ideas and no confidence to share them, you will not get credit for having them. So the same way you labor to create wealth, you must labor in the same way to choose, raise, train, and mentor your successor, whether they are your kids or not. Let them learn and grow through the rank, both outside the company and within, to gain maturity and experience. Give them the best education and training. Distribute your inheritance while you are alive if you wish, to avoid conflict after you have gone. Hand over to them while you are still alive to mentor them. This is vital so you can help guide and mentor them, and so you can help fight their battles and help with oppositions. If your shoe is too big to fill with no competent successor, then take the business public and let a trust manage your estate for the next generation. Avoid the male-female brouhaha when it comes to a successor. Every child is a child and can be your successor regardless of gender. Avoid the first child brouhaha. Let the most competent and capable child handle things, regardless of age. If your first son is an addict and a truant, will you insist on handing over things to him just because he is first son? Think. 4. Guard your health. Health is wealth, and preserving your health will help preserve you to create wealth and preserve wealth. Take time to rest or be laid to rest. Eat well. Sleep well. Take a lot of water. Eat fruits and vegetables. Exercise well, etc. Why die before your time? I have seen people lose their health in pursuit of wealth, only to now want to use the wealth to buy back their health. I have seen people lose their family in pursuit of wealth, only to now want to use money to get back their family. A very wealthy man I know never cared about his health or his family, but today he is incapacitated, and his wife and children have confined him in a nursing home and travel the world on his private jets, enjoying all the money the way they want. He is still alive, but his health is gone. 6. Establish a legacy by giving back. What do you want to be remembered for? You have to be relevant and significance conscious, because that is one way to preserve your wealth and influence your generation. All lasting wealth comes from enriching others in some way, and nobody was ever honored for what they received, but for what they gave. Preservation of wealth and establishing a legacy is practiced not much in words, but in attitudes and in actions. Set up a foundation to give back. Establish endowments. Establish legacies, etc. When you do your giving while you are still living, you will know where it is going. 6. Give God his rightful place. Remember the Titanic. Remember AIG. Remember Enron. Remember Bernie Mac and Fannie Mac. Remember Bernie Madoff, etc. And no matter who you are or how big you think you have become, you can sink like the Titanic and go belly up like Enron without God. And no matter the money, riches, or wealth you think you have, without God, it can disappear like a smoke and like the billions that disappeared in the Madoff scheme.